Hello and welcome back to Easilife, and today we'll be doing a Let's Play, another one quite some time ago, the last time was, on Super Mario Maker. So we'll be creating a course as per usual. I don't think we'll be doing it in the underwater style. Just reset this course. Okay, I've got some new notifications. Always interested to see them, but seeing this as a video, I'll be doing them. So my idea for this level is, you remember the Wiggler Walk level? I can't remember what I called it, probably Wiggler Walk. Is, we're walking, you're using an enemy to kind of move around. Kind of this level I want to have a similar theme. It's kind of create a contraption where you have enemies. So, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do first, but what I do know, well, I don't know exactly what the mechanism of the enemy is going to be. What I do know is that, first little bit, we're going to just have a safe area where no damage can be done, except for dying, basically. I think we'll do an underground level. We'll just start off above the ground, just like to indicate how the level will work. Don't want to go too freaky. In fact, we'll do it in different style. We'll do it in Super Mario World, because I think this style looks a bit cooler. Yeah. We'll do Mario Bros. 3 actually. Not Mario Bros. 3. Maybe what we could have is like some sort of lift area, maybe. Or we have these lifts, or kind of like an enemy carrying something which you can go on. I mean, I think these shells you can kind of walk on, I think. But yeah, if you knock them then they fall like that. Maybe you could put the shells onto, maybe, I don't know, the back of a dry bones. Then could you, they don't go on top of dry bones. Well, the looks of things. Do munchers move? I don't think they do. No, they don't. Do these go on munchers though? Yes, they do go on munchers' backs. How about some of these? And like being carried by something else, perhaps? Like maybe a cannon? No. Wait, what am I even thinking? A cannon. That's a bit of a random thing to say. So I don't think we'll be doing that. What other contraptions are there? Of course you can shake things, but I think the palette I've got is quite good. So I'll just stick with what I've got. How about these multi-mole as drivers? Oh, look, munches just fall if you do that. Okay, how about putting these below the bridge, which is what I intended to do. Like that. And then maybe does the bridge displace them if I put the bridge in? Where's the bridge gone? Here's the bridge. No, it doesn't, or do they just plop out? Oh, there's another one. There's another group up here. I thought I deleted them. There we go. Now they're deleted. And how about these just travelling along the safe spot for themselves, like that? Oh! Don't really know how you could kind of create a cart out of all this. Right. What other sort of cart should we create? Sorry guys, that was wasted for a few minutes. I'm just kind of thinking to myself what on earth we should do with this level before we get building, because of course this is going to be the main contraption. Maybe these bullet bills can kind of, like, these heads of these bullet bills perhaps? Obviously, well, that's a bit stupid. I didn't mean to do that. In fact, maybe they could bounce up and down on donuts on carts. That'd be pretty cool. I would think. I'd find that quite cool. It's a while since I actually built a level on this game, actually, I think. Properly, anyway. Started a good level. I'm intending to make a good level here. This is why I'm putting so much detail into it. I don't think I've gone this extreme before when making a level. These donuts not like sitting. Let's move these a layer up. There we go. There we go. All good? Yeah. They don't seem to be moving anymore. And then maybe these are on munches, which are bouncing around. Oh no, okay. They're not particularly solid. How about they just go on some ground, which has some springs, which is a row of springs. Where are the springs? Trampolines. It's here. There we go. And then Mario goes through an area with some donuts. I mean, this area is completely safe. Because I'm not going to make the bullet bills fire out something dodgy, I'll just let them fire out coins. Save for the middle one, which will fire out mushroom. Or a flower cone mushroom, just in case they're a mushroom already. I think they might be able to, so yeah. And then of course we'll have the donuts. I think we'll bring the level a bit higher where we do this, but so that is our first challenge as such. In fact, I'll just put a bridge in place to make it totally safe. I'm not supposed to be there, that's an inaccessible area. Oh, I think this is a bit high actually, for the bullet bills to even hold significance. I think we'll have it here. And then there we go. And then we'll climb into the underground here. Now I'll just block this area off. I mean, I'll probably go over it later. After the video, I mean, it's pretty a bit boring for you to watch me doing all the colouring in. Just make it look a bit nicer. And kind of this is like a tunnel underground. And then maybe take inspiration from Mario Bros. U perhaps. Like in World 1 2, I think, there's like an area where the pipe goes through. And we'll just show the pipe going through here, like just decorational value really. Purely decoration, what I'm doing. Nah, forget about it. It's a bit ugly. It's a bit stupid. Yeah, there we go. Forget about it. Right, there we go. Now we're going underground. We're heading into the underground. It's all very black by the looks of it. Oh yeah, we did an underground level last time. We said it. We did the space station theme level, but that's not the theme this time. I've just learnt about what the theme of the level is. So here we are, out into the underground. And we'll kind of just create a passageway for them to come in via. There we go. Block all that off. And then I think we'll create our first little mini challenge. It's just like a. Obviously, we're going to probably have 10 challenges. I'll just go back on that. How is this the doggy button? Just bring the level out right out to the end, right out stretch. Well, this is like our first challenge area. What will the challenge be? I think the challenge can be getting up this high wall up here. I think the challenge won't be that. I think what we'll do is we'll slowly tone up the difficulty level, and what we'll do, we'll make an area long enough, like that, and we'll create our hazardous area basically. Like, so we got that kind of. Are there any less spacey looking ones? No. I think that will do. Now that's a bit ugly. I think I prefer the first one. Yeah, we'll just keep it like that. It's like this level was supposed to look spacey. And then we'll have our, our usual layer of springs wherever they've gone. Where are they? I've lost them. There they are. You know what? I'm just going to switch my palette quickly. We'll sub these in. And we will, what was the other thing? The bullet bills, the bill blasters. And we'll sub these, and I'm sure we can have cannons as well later on. I'm sure they could work as a good element. Yeah, that's good. Right. This level's been pretty damn boring to watch me build so far, I think. So what we're going to have, oh yeah, we're not going to have these, we're not having the platform this time. That's the way we're going to turn up the difficulty. We have our usual thing here. And what is it? We're going to have our bill blasters with the munchies on tops. I don't know why I'm having the munchies, I think it's just a nice decoration. They're kind of acting as a barrier now because there's no thing to help me get over them. I just forgot, wall jumping doesn't exist here. So there's no way up. So I'm just going to kind of create a way up. How interesting a way can we make it? We'll just have some donuts to get up there. But if you get stuck here, you're kind of dead, so that would be a problem. So just have some bumpers either side, really, just to reduce the level of risk. Because obviously it'd be a bit too difficult, perhaps, if there weren't any. Oh, there's a spring missing. Just copy one across. There we go. And we'll bring this layer in, just to there. There we go. That's nice enough. And we'll just see how this plays out. A bit easy, I think. I'm going to outstretch these bill blasters. And make the middle ones high as well. Too high, that's too high. How about that? Still too high? How about we use this as like a tank to take us through the whole level? Not a tank, what's it called? Kind of like a motor. A vehicle, a train, if you like. Yeah, and then you could kind of hop off the bullet bill. And then they kind of travel on a conveyor belt. So going one level up, like that. And they're on conveyor belts. Does that work? Like if we had a series of conveyor belts. Springs don't really work that well because they travel as well, so do the munchers work below the springs? Can you carry a spring on a muncher? Oh, oops. Like, if you had a muncher, would it carry a spring? Let's have a look. Yes, it would! So how about we switch this round, switch the order slightly, ever so slightly. So it's like that. The bullet bill blasters would get left behind, which would be a problem because of the springs. You know, let's just cut the springs out. The munchers, I suppose, just make the level look a bit cooler. We can't let our train get away from us. You kind of got to stop it eventually. You kind of got to stop the train. Let's say we stop it here. Yeah, like that. will say that it doesn't continue further until Mario hits a P-switch. So, because otherwise the train could just run off. So, like if we did it like this, and we put a P-switch on this brick wall, see how this would map out. Oops. I've got to be a layer lower now, I've got. Of course, there's some. Get onto here. Oh, they don't go any further. Let's put them here like this. I think that stops the conveyor belt. Ah, right, so, how about hopping the P-switch right here, a bit lower down, and then giving a temporary platform to Mario to get across. So like, oh no, maybe giving Mario some platforms to get back up via. Like this. Well, that wouldn't work either. No. I think that would work. Okay, let's see if that works. Oops! I don't want to get crushed. Right, let's just slam it down. And then let's just see if it carries on going after the P-switch. There we go, that works. So that's your entry onto a train. But let's just to avoid the level being really clumsy, let's just bring these. There we go. And then we've got our train. Now what sort of enemies would we have to dodge whilst on our train? And this is a pretty cool level already. So I mean, obviously we'd have to be able to avoid, I don't know. Maybe we should cut out all that ground because it doesn't need to be there. That bumper can be there. That shouldn't be there. So, I think we should have a head limit, like, so we just block it all off from there. Because obviously there's no point in being able to go further higher yet, because obviously later on we could try and push the train upwards somehow. I don't know how we would do that. Like an uphill climb. Maybe we could load the train onto melody notes. So let's just make the melody notes go a little bit higher. A bit longer, sorry. Thing is, if Mario destroys the coins, the level becomes a very problematic one. So just gotta wait here. Look at that bullet bill. And then that kind of forces you to go upwards once you get to the melody note, because there's nothing else to stop you. So we're going to have an upwards barrier from here. Let's just put the Mario thing in place. So you've got to go upwards. When kind of this is your way up. You're being forced up, so... Let's just work out how this bit... let's just take this out of the picture for now. Can't pretend they don't exist. maybe they could use cannonballs as a way of getting up, I suppose. Like, we could have cannonballs diagonally firing cannonballs from the ceiling. Like that. That could be one way of getting up. Obviously, it's taken a little bit of inspiration off my favourite level, Cannonball Air Shooting. Oh, that's wrong as well. So, oops. I don't know why these things are pausing. And then how about you just need one of those to get up to a semi-solid platform, which would be, can't seem to get any sort of controls in. It should be like that. So you sit on this train. This is your first real. This is your second challenge. Obviously, it's like the first real one. What am I doing? And that kind of helps you get up to the platform. There we go. And you're on the platform. And then you hit a P-switch, let's say. And you get onto another train. Oops, forgot the munchies as well. You get onto another train. Which is on a conveyor as per usual. And then what you got to do from the conveyor belts is somehow find a way. And so from the conveyor belts, I find these levels sometimes harder to make than to build. Obviously there's a brick wall and a layer of coins so that the thing can't go too far. Oh, you need a bouncer to get up, don't you? So not a bouncer, what's it called? A bumper. Just put that thing in the middle, like that. Then, so let's just play the level, see how it plays through, before we start to get too in front of ourselves. Because I find a level like this could be quite confusing, unless you've got a method. I don't know where all the other things, I don't know where they all went when I started this in. You know, when I hit the first P switch, they're going to turn to coins and bricks. So I've got to do another layer of coins and bricks to stop that from happening. So let's just play the level through again. Oh no, I kissed a muncher, which caused me to fail there. Just get me on the lift. Oh, man. The sunlight is literally shining right onto my gamepad. It's really hard to see anything. So there we go. In the shade now. So that Bowser thing acts as a barricade. I'm not sure where all these other controller things go. Where the rest of the train decides to disappear to. Are they knocked away by this? By the last thing on a muncher, like? No, they're already gone by this point. I'm not sure why they go. Okay, this is quite a difficult one to gauge. You know, let's just bring that up to there for good measure, just in case. Just bring all these things. Put them on the right places, because you never know. It's a very tricky level to design, actually. Hey? I'm just thinking whether I should make this level auto-scroll. Playing this bit, I don't think this level should be auto-scroll. Don't think this level particularly fair auto-scrolling. No way to get to the other train. I'm not sure why that happens then. Well, maybe we should make the train a bit smaller, maybe. Change the configuration, if you like, if that's what it's called. Let's have a crack at this then. Ah, I've fallen off the Bowser's Express. You know, stand on the middle one, because I don't have to worry then too much about, you know. Oh, it's gone. I mean, I don't know why that's happening. It doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense, so... I mean, I could make those disappear, but then the thing would disappear itself. Maybe that's what... Oops. You know, get on the Express. Get on the Orient Express, or whatever it's called. The Bowser Express, the Bullet Express. That's what I'm going to call the level. Bullet Express. Didn't reach. No, let's just bring the cannonball thing a bit closer. It's a bit harder to get. Oh no, that's bad position. There we go. This is where it's going to work. There we go. And then it goes completely. So you've got to have your layers of bricks and coins. They don't even need to be that high. I've just been thinking that was a bit stupid of me to make it so high. Unless something happens to the munchers in doing that, so I can't say I'm sure why that happens. Maybe we'll just take it down to one layer so you don't see what happens. The train reduces its length for some reason. I'm not sure why that happens. You know, let's if you get rid of the bumper and just put a spring there. And take that the entire way across, well, pretty much so. And put a spring there. Where's the spring? Where's the spring gone? It's on my palette. And then put it in the last one because it's going to spring. But put one in the penultimate one so you can get to one of the last one, because the last one's going to be bounced up into the air by the actual the second train. Well, the first one if you consider going underground. No, I can't afford to die on that. You know, I'm just going to give myself a mushroom just so that I don't die. And we, of course, in the first section, sprayed with mushrooms to make the level a bit easier. Now you see I can't see anything that's up there. I'm not sure why that happens. Why that... I'm going to get rid of the Marios. I'm not sure why this train disappears. Is it a glitch? I mean... This is quite confusing. Let's actually just take the level down to how it was supposed to be in the first place. And it might make it a bit more realistic to play through. Can't seem to grab it, there we go. Why when I grab it, does the whole thing come apart? There we go. Let's give this a play. No, why does it happen? I don't know. Maybe we could take the first 2 layers off and just shake it down to 5 layers. Maybe then it will work. Having said that, I don't even know if this thing will spawn when I come underground. Nope, still broken. We won't have anything on a lift this time then. What we'll do is we'll just have a simple thing. Get rid of that as well. Just have a simple one, just on springs, like we did on the first challenge. We'll have one here, and we'll have a spring to get over that other bullet bill. And these can bounce around on this. Get rid of that. Obviously these should be brought a bit lower down. Sorry guys, I just wasted a lot of time there, but that's the way it is sometimes. We could have like our thing again. You know what we should have here? We should just have some donuts, because it might be a little bit more difficult. We can have some bumpers after this section. And taking us from here into the next bit. Oops. Taking us from here into a train. We'll make this section here a train. Where's the conveyor? Surprised that's not in my palette, but I ain't got time to do that. I've got about 15 minutes to go. We could have a P on this other conveyor. And we could have our favourite bricks and coins just here. There we go. Oops, the coins aren't going on. I didn't think the bricks took precedent over the coins, but obviously they do, so no mind. If that's the correct English. What happened to this muncher here? Oh! Those springs transferred, so we can't have those. We just have it like that. And we'll give the player an optional challenge of collecting a mushroom. So should they dare. A mushroom come flower actually, oops. Obviously if they've already got a mushroom, they manage to keep it and they should be rewarded with a flower. Rather than having to put up with wearing a mushroom. And we can have another cannon at the end of this section. At the end of this section, I think the train should come down. I think the challenge of this section should be the train coming down onto some hard ground below. Let's just check the levels all fully functioning all correctly first before we start making. I'm not sure what happened to me there. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm being transferred on my lift. Okay. Okay, that's a bit unfair. Alright. Come on then. See how well our level works. Oh, I forgot to collect the coins. You know, I'll forget these again. Just move them to some other area. Oh, but this lift's gone as well. I don't know why the train on conveyor belts goes. And this might have gone because it wasn't completely on the conveyor belt. So I'm not entirely sure what is going on. I might have to debug this level afterwards. You know, I'll come back to all this after the video. So yeah, the challenge is basically an optional one to get the mushroom. And if the player's able to, they can have a pink coin. If they do, they're rewarded with literally a volley through to the next section. Or they can be taken to a reward room. I think I'll take them through to a reward room for getting the coin. So we'll have this is a reward room basically. I'm just showering the coins. And we'll have a sound effect. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, he has to start the reward room by hitting a P switch, because then it has to end at some point, doesn't it? Because that'd be pretty stupid if it didn't. That'd be a major flaw in the level design, really. This level's relying on me to be able to use P switches correctly, which makes the level a bit more difficult. Oops. Get the P switch in place. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll have a channel so I'll have a little channel like this. You know, I'll have the channel on the other side because that's a stupid what I'm doing. It's actually very stupid. There we go. I'll have our channel like this. But we'll just tell them it is safe to go down there. That don't you be fearful of it, because we'll put a one-way thing going into the tube. But we won't. But we can say that they can take the reward if they want. then this kind of takes them through to the next section without having to put up with anything here. Let's just board this express. Okay, so it's ended all a bit horridly, really, hasn't it? Particularly, it's not a particularly pretty picture. Just do that again, see how it all ends. Okay. So that it's all a bit higher for a start. Because the player needs to be able to get around them, which is a challenge. Got a train crash, is basically it. And there's a channel to connect up with the other section. Let's just see if this works. And the puzzle is, or a challenge is to be able to use bumpers and cannonballs to get to the other section. Where's the cannon? Where's my palette? Get to the other section. And this should work pretty easy. Yeah, I think that could do with being a bit higher. But other than that, I reckon that this section works. I'm hopeful. Obviously you've got bullet bills to help you as well. There we go, it is possible. And then once you've done that, you can snake through to the rest of the level. There we go. And the two channels join up. We can get onto another little section of the bridge. This time I think we'll have a different challenge, a slightly easier one. I think we'll tone it down before we have a really really nasty challenge after this one, because I think the challenges are getting a bit easy and a bit relaxed, which you don't want, because want it to be a fun little challenge. So we just give them a really relaxed one before the nasty one afterwards. Let's put these on. This is probably going to be a similar difficulty to the first challenge. Just a bit easier. And all the player has literally got to do is get to the top of the pipe. That is literally the entire challenge. Should be pretty straightforward. And we don't want them to be able to get there that easily, so we just have some donuts to get up to this section. Maybe we'll have this. I think maybe we'll have the border slightly higher. There we go. Too easy for words, really. Then maybe we can have one to copy across, but we reward the player but we reward the player for being adventurous or failing, perhaps you could say, and going this way. By finding an exploitation block. Where's the exploitation block? Can't find it. Hurry up, Alok. There we go. It's well hidden from me. There it is. Barely see it myself. And it'll have a star. Where's the star? Oh, where's the star, mate? With a star like that. To avoid a row of munchers. And we'll have a little platform for them to walk across here, like that. We'll give them an extra little bit of platform there, and we'll give them a row of munchers to avoid. Just copy across. So guys, we will continue next time because I'm running out of time on my camera horrifically. So guys, that is it for today. Please multi-subscribe, multi-like, see you soon, and enjoy. Bye!